Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this package is brought to you by the greatest mastermind in all of professional wrestling, Karrion Kross, and by far the greatest champion in ICW to this day, Leo Rush. Now, I want to start off by saying how great of a night of champions was. And before everybody starts jumping to conclusions about, but Karrion, didn't Bobby Lashley pin you? I mean, Bobby Lashley looking at Sean Chip. Yeah, whatever. See, before I get to business such as that black motherfucker known as Bobby Lashley, I suggest we start talking about what's most important. Let's talk about the fact that Bobby Lashley's only key to success that he had was Leo Rush. Let's talk about the fact that out of everybody, out of all of the talent Bobby Lashley surrounded himself with, I mean, he surrounded himself with people who destroy catering, people like Mark Henry. He has a powerhouse. He has powerhouse hops. But most important, let's talk about the person who's really been leading her business to victory. Let's talk about Leo Rush. You see, while Leo visited me in my dojo, while he got his training with me, the only thing that Leo kept bringing up to me was the fact that Bobby Lashley simply did not truly believe in him. I mean, how can you not believe in someone like Leo Rush? I mean, hell, this man's won multiple championships through his career. They don't call this man the bad child and the man of the hour for no reason, but yet Bobby, he fumbled the ball. I mean, really think about it. At Night of Champions, before I made my entrance, what was Bobby Lashley doing? Standing there like the only dumb fucking idiot he is. Like, oh, come on, Leo. You got this. Do this for the Hurt Business. Do this for the Hurt Business. No. No one gives a single flying fuck about that bullshit, Bobby. Nobody. Because from now on, it doesn't matter that Leo Rush aligns himself with me. The only thing that matters that Bobby, what Bobby fails to understand is that Leo is not doing things for the Hurt Business anymore. Leo Rush is doing things for Leo Rush. Leo Rush is doing things for the bad child. He does things on his terms now. And that is the reason why Leo Rush stands before you as champion once again. Not because Bobby Lashley was playing cheerleader bitch at ringside. It was because of the fact that Leo Rush listened to every single word that came out of my mouth, and that is what led him to victory. Now, if you don't believe me, why don't I just let Leo speak for himself, and he can tell you honestly what he believes.
Well, to be honest, Karrion, the way I feel is I feel misused. I feel I was put on the shelf and I was used up in women's championship matches. I know I talked about recently how that one match against Johnny Gargano, the Hurt Business had to help him win. And we were the biggest impact during that match. Bobby didn't do anything really. We just distracted the ref. We even hit Johnny with 3 fins, I would say maybe even more. And that was it for Johnny. So, you used me, you used Mark, and you had to use Powerhouse, which, fuck that, rest of the other guys. You mainly used me, just so you can get extra gold and extra defense. At least with me is I used you in some way to let Roddy hit you with the finisher, which I appreciate that. You took the little bum's finisher. You helped me survive. While Karrion came out there, taught me different moves. He even, broke up a little signature from a little stupid, what's his name? Mike Bennett? Yeah. You helped basically nothing. I am changing my life and my career path because I made the worst decision in joining you. I could have been with Randy, probably a tag champion also by now, which let's talk about. You also promised me a tag championship with Kofi Kingston, and that never happened either. But, the way I talked about Randy was, he was also a great mentor, but he left me. and I was not going to be left once again. I had to leave you. It was either I leave you and I succeed on a different path, or you betray me and I lose everything to crumble. That was not going to happen. But I have something else to talk about too, Karrion. I know you might like this idea, but maybe not. So, I have a thought of becoming double champion once again. And there's someone that's been on my mind. It's not the U.S. Championship. I can go past that. I beat you for that once, which may have been a fluke, but who cares? So you know who IC champion is, right? The guy who left me? The quote-unquote my mentor?
So many people left you, Leo, but they'll never truly understand that you've been a threat to them. That's exactly why they decided to abandon you. But Leo, I think what you've honestly needed was for somebody to realize what your full potential was. And luckily enough for you, I was able to be the only person to see that full potential. You've unleashed that full potential at Night of Champions. I mean, let's be honest. From the moment the bell rung, did Matt Taven even stand a chance? Come on.
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
But so about the Randy situation, I want you to know, Randy, that championship's not safe. You wanna leave me once, it's fine. But you think since you defended your championship and retained against a scrub, you think you're the best in the world. Let me know this right now. I will work my way up, and I will take your championship at the next pay-per-view. Just watch your back, because I will be coming.
While Leo's doing that, let me answer this question that everyone has. Karrion, you claimed for it to be a good night, but last time I recall, I believe Bobby Lashley hit you with a spear. He pinned you to retain this world champion. I mean, Bobby Lashley's been such a dominant champion as of late. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Remember what I said a couple of weeks ago about being always being ahead of the competition? Same way why I wasn't out there when Johnny Gargano decided to take out everybody but me. I was ahead once again. You see, going into that Fatal 5-Way match, my intentions wasn't to walk out with the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I think that's what everybody believed. Everybody believed that I was like everybody else in this match. I was a fiend. I was scraping for scraps. The only thing I've ever wanted was to become world champion. No, because simply I knew what I was doing. So as far as that spear that Bobby Lashley gave me, you only got that off because I let him. Bobby Lashley retaining the world championship was only because I let him for two reasons. Number one, why on God's green earth would anybody ever want Baron Corbin, out of all people, to be world heavyweight champion? Not a lot of people do. I mean, there's a couple of you back there that would honestly love to see Baron Corbin with the world heavyweight championship, but let's be honest, I think Baron Corbin's so dumb and out of his mind, he wouldn't even know what to do with it. Number two, Roderick Strong, he doesn't deserve to even be in a conversation for the world heavyweight championship. He put himself in this predicament. He put himself in this match when it had nothing to do with him. So I definitely was going to make sure that Roderick Strong didn't win the world heavyweight championship. But most importantly, number three, this is what I'm going to do tonight. You see, this was easy. All I had to do was let Bobby Lashley pin me. Not only did I make sure Baron Corbin and Roderick Strong didn't win the world heavyweight championship, but I get to do something I've never got to do in ICW. I get to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, you know? With that briefcase, I can do a lot of things. I mean, I can do one of two things. I can take it myself. I can cash in the World Heavyweight Championship. And I could defeat Bobby Lashley and pummel him once and for all. Or I could pass it to this man. I could pass it to the protege. I could pass it to Leo Rush, so he can have the privilege of beating the hell out of Bobby Lashley. He can be the rightful World Heavyweight Champion. I know deep down he's always should have been. But before we get there, obviously, for some apparent reason, ICW management has told me I need to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Why? Don't know. When I've been carrying this company on my back for so damn long. Roderick Strong. I mean, brother, we fought a couple times. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're 1-1 against each other, right? I mean, my debut match here in ICW years ago. I defeated you. And then you managed to defeat me inside hell of a cell. And now, tonight should be the tiebreaker. And Roddy, you've been bitching all over social media about, oh, it should have been me. Oh my God, Karrion Kross screwed me. He screwed me out of the World Heavyweight Championship. Roddy, if you are honestly that disappointed that you didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship, what I have in store for you tonight is going to make you a lot more disappointed. See, Roddy's the same. You've always been gullible. You've always been liable to be attacked. Which is exactly why when I won the Tag Team Championships with you, which is exactly why I got the World Heavyweight Championship out of you the first time, I simply took everything that you gave me, made sure you had nothing left, and then that's when I proceeded to take you out. And tonight's not going to be any different, Roddy, you see. You like to claim that you're, the strongest person in ICW, but I need you to understand there's nothing that can save you. Mike Bennett's bald ass can't save you. Matt Taven can't save you. Wardlow can't save you. Hell. Have you found Kyle O'Reilly yet? I mean, come on. He hasn't been found ever since he's been put in that casket. But even if he was around, he couldn't save you. Roger Strong is going to go like this, buddy. I'm going to hammer you in the back of your head. I'm going to make you lose consciousness. I'm going to choke you out like I've done so many times before, Roddy. And then after that, you'll be receiving your final death, courtesy of a final prayer. 1, 2, 3. I will move on to Money in the Bank, and it doesn't matter who qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm going to do to them what I'm going to do to you tonight. And once that is all said and done, Roddy, and once I win the Money in the Bank briefcase, you will then realize that the Undisputed Kingdom is not the most dominant faction here in ICW. No, not by a long shot. It's always been the final testament. And whether it's Leo or it's I, it's still going to stay the same, that we're going to run ICW. And we're going to run ICW as the World Heavyweight Champion. And then, Roddy, when all of that is done, and you're stuck there, in your midlife crisis once again, you're wondering what to do, you'll then finally realize that there are two things in life. That there's the devils you do know, and there's the devils you don't. TikTok.